obsessed with telling y'all that y'all coochie stank, and then y'all watch all of these influencers promoting products to y'all, and do y'all know that y'all probably stank more after implementing their suggestions?
I just wanna dance with you, go like that. I just want to shake you.
Do y'all want to smell good, right? Get compliments, have the best fragrances and layering combinations so that we can just, boost our vibe and just feel good about ourselves all day. But the thing that is missing from this conversation is how to smell good from the inside out. So yes, I'm going to be sharing the 3 best fragrances for your coochie. This is not a joke or a drill, because here's the thing, y'all. We can talk all day about hygiene, taking showers, which products and everything to use, but what's missing from the conversation is the internal health piece. And yes, we're going to talk about health real quick, but I promise you it's not hard. It's very easy, so do not freak out. Please stay around, because these are tips that I incorporate in my life, and I have done so for years. So if I can do it, you can do it, and I'm here to share and make it easy for you. But the body is a system. So our skin is the largest organ on our body. Okay, our gut, it works with our hormones, which works with our endocrine system, which relates to the secretions and what we secrete from our body, like sweat, vaginal fluids, all that kind of stuff like that. So at the end of the day, what is in you is going to come out of you. So if you have the best fragrance layering combination and your perfume lasts all day, naturally it's going to mix with what you already got going on. It's going to mix with your body chemistry. And what if I told you there is a way that you can make your body chemistry fresher, cleaner, more sweet and fresh smelling, and naturally from the inside out, like I do? So let's go ahead and hop in while I share these 3 easy drinks that can really just refresh you and take you to the next level from smelling good on the inside out. So let's get right into it. So let me just say, I am not a doctor or licensed professional. Before you incorporate any of these tips, do your research and consult a licensed physician so that they can lead you in the right direction. But I can tell you what I know and what works for me. So let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, my focal point is fenugreek, and fenugreek is just like a super herb for women's health. I'm telling you, ladies, if you don't take anything away from this video and you get one herb in your kitchen that you may not have, it's fenugreek. It's good for the hair, for the skin, for the nails. It's good for the gut, hormone regulation. This is good for, making your sweat and your secretions smell sweet. So what you'll know, you can do your own research, but I am going to provide a free guide for y'all with all the recipes that I talk about today, and plus a couple of bonuses that y'all can download on my website at theoctobersong.com. So stay to the end and I'm gonna tell y'all how to get that. But the thing about fenugreek, you can do your research, is it provides this cleansing nature to the body, and it will have the side effect of making your sweat smell a little bit like maple syrup. So we all have like our natural smell, our natural secretion, and depending on what you got going on, depending on your diet, depending on your stress level and your hormone balance or not, the sweat is going to smell different. Cortisol sweat, stress sweat, all of those things that are attributed to hormonal imbalance, those can influence the way your sweat smells and comes out of your body. And fenugreek is one of the top best herbs that can help regulate your hormones. It helps to do de-inflammation, so anti-inflammatory, and then it's also good for the gut. It's good for menstrual cramps. So I drink this every day. I actually have some tea right here steeping with some herbs that has fenugreek and some other stuff in it that I get into. So this is something that you can make a very simple tea. Just boil the water, steep the seeds, and then sip away. You can add honey or not. It's really up to you. But this is going to make your sweat have a more sweet smell to it, and it's not going to smell as like sweaty, if you understand what I mean. Now, what I want y'all to know is that I get it. This is not something that I saw as an idea like, oh, let me just bring this to y'all, because I really don't like stuff like that. Like I said, this is things that I actually do in my regimen. So if you leave me a comment down below and ask me a question, I can give you the answer based off of years of data. Like a couple years ago, I did a tea party where I gathered all the ladies that I knew together, and I did what I'm doing now. I really did like a master class of like laying out herbs for them, giving them the descriptions, and then they were able to make a tea and take that home with them. So I did like a herbal educational tea party, so I could try to help the women around me that I know get more acclimated and comfortable with using herbs in their daily lifestyle and in their daily regimen. So me, I'm the type of person that sweats. Like I'm always like prone to getting a little bit dewy. So it's not like I'm just saying this and I don't get it. I remember growing up, I used to play volleyball. We used to be in the gym running, and I used to be drenched in sweat, and my coach used to be like, Kiya's working, nobody else is working. But really it was like I'm just a hyper sweater type of person. So me, the type of person that is going to sweat, this was such a game changer for me to find Fenugreek, because it definitely changes the nature of my sweat and makes it just smell like more fresh, clean, and balanced, in conjunction with the other things that I'm going to share with y'all. Now I have to say, if you are not eating clean, meaning if you're eating a ton of like dark red meats and stuff like that, if you're drinking alcohol and eating ultra fried and processed foods, of course it's going to be counterproductive. But the next drink that I'm going to share with y'all is something that you can use to get yourself on the path of like detoxification. It's going to be good for your gut, and then also adding some chlorophyll to the diet as well. So let's go ahead and get into the next drink. The next drink is a very simple berry smoothie. All of these things are not going to break the bank, and they are not going to add too many items to your grocery list, and that's why I love what I'm sharing today, because I really want women to know that it is easy to incorporate these herbs in your diet, and they have other offshoots other than just making your body smell fresh. But when I say these do wonders for giving you that sweet secretion, you know what I'm saying, and that sweet fresh type of sweat vibe, because if you're going to sweat, like, it does not have to stink. Like, your sweat doesn't have to stink. Okay, so the ingredients for the smoothie is blackberries and parsley. I use the curly parsley. You can use regular parsley or curly parsley, and then coconut water. I just throw that into the blender, blend it up, drink it, serve it chilled. That is the vibe. So yes, that recipe for that is going to be in the guide. The reason why I love this so much is, number one, coconut water. It adds hydration, and it gives you like a slight bit of like sweetness for it. The blackberries are really good, full of antioxidants, and those are really good for your gut. And again, the gut is really in control of like the body, the hormones, like everything is interrelated, and that's where a lot of the secretions come from, because obviously what you put into yourself, it has to go through the stomach first, and then it comes out through your glands and your sweat and your vaginal fluids, all of that kind of stuff. So the gut is really important. And then finally, the parsley is super high in chlorophyll. If y'all have ever heard of like chlorophyll drops, and people say, oh, I got on chlorophyll, I started taking chlorophyll, and my sweat smelled better, I wasn't musty, all these different types of things. Yes, it's true. But if you haven't gathered, I am not the type of person that takes pills. I am not into that. No shade or knocking anyone, but I don't take pills. I don't take vitamins. I'm the type of person that eats my vitamins and gets my nourishment from my food. Chlorophyll is found in leafy green plants like kale, parsley, like anything with like a dark green type of leafy vibe. You can derive chlorophyll from it, and parsley is one that is very high in chlorophyll. And then also, y'all know how they'll use parsley as a garnish, because after you eat a meal, they'll have it like sitting on your plate, because back in the day, a lot of people used to pick up the parsley and chew it to like freshen their breath and that kind of thing. So it is really, really good for detoxing and cleansing the body as well, because I would recommend, if you start to drink this smoothie, go ahead and make sure that it's on the weekend when you're at home, because the parsley will get things going as well. The coconut water is going to add hydration, and then the antioxidants from the berries and everything is very good for the gut. So if I don't drink a lot, but if I ever do drink, then this is a drink that I will follow up with it to kind of, detox, cleanse my body, and then get back on my regimen of like drinking my teas and other things like that. So again, this is something very easy that you can incorporate that has tons of benefits for your skin, for your gut, for your digestion. This is a super smoothie that is very simple, that it will make you smell oh so fresh and clean from the inside out, because that parsley does not come to play, y'all. So definitely it's something that you can just pick up from the store, add quickly to your grocery list for probably like less than $1, and let me know how it goes. Again, the recipe is going to be in the guide that I created for you all. Before I get into the last drink that I use and I absolutely love, I do want to tell y'all that, if you're going to be taking the Fenugreek, one of my other recommendations is that you partner with Fennel, because these again are very good for, women's health, menstruation, breast milk production. My content is for everyone, because y'all listen, I put my mom on Fennel and Fenugreek because she was having her, menopause and menopause symptoms and everything like that, and it helps to balance and regulate the hormones. If you're in your 40s and 50s and you've had, several children, and your, breast tissue starts to get less firm, the Fennel is going to plump it up. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It will restore some of that mass within your breast tissue. So it's just best all around and good for a lot of things. So today in my tea, I added some fennel, some fenugreek, some rose petals, and then I also added ginger and cloves. A lot of people probably already have cloves in their kitchen. Ginger is very easily accessible. So this is like a prime time gut cleanser for the morning. It gets things going, it gets things flowing in a very natural and gentle way, and then you also get to reap the benefits of everything that the herbs are feeding into your body. And y'all, as I go throughout the day and everything like that, and I'm running errands, I just came back from the grocery store, I had to pick up some water, I had a little sweat running down my back. It's nothing that smells bad. The only time when I notice like an odor in my sweat is again when I am drinking alcohol. There's nothing you can do, or if I'm not eating or nourishing myself properly. But if you get on this regimen and you do it even for like a couple of days, like 3 days to a week, you will definitely see the benefits and the differences in like your sweat, your secretions, all of that. And like that is where true confidence lies. I want that for us. Like, let's not sit and pretend. Let's keep it real, and let's understand that it all starts from the inside out. So finally, let me get into my last powerhouse of a beverage for y'all. Last but not least is the most easiest one, and it's Okra Water, and I absolutely love this. And now if you're a texture person, it does create a mucilage, so it might not be for you, but if you can get past it, boy, this is going to be the ultimate for your hydration, and it just gives you like this dewy, fresh vibe everywhere, all around. Okay, so all you have to do is get your okra pods, wash them off, and then just like slice them up and put them in some water and let it sit overnight or for like 6 to 12 hours. Again, I have the recipe for y'all. Super easy. Come back, you drink it, and it is golden. When I say this will do wonders for your skin, for your hydration, and if y'all know the mucilage texture of what okra has, it will give you that same type of vibe down there. Also, I do want to say, when it comes to the fenugreek and the fennel and all that kind of stuff, if you're not trying to get pregnant, then don't be drinking it and doing certain things, because yeah, it will make you fertile, and it'll give you that same like keeping it juicy type of vibe, especially if you're using all of these in conjunction with one another like I do. You need to make sure that thing is in a safe space, in a safe position. Okay, but yes, the okra water is also very good for the digestion because it provides that mucilage that helps to keep everything hydrated and keep things flowing. So it's also very good for the gut as a probiotic. You can do your research on that as well. And then also too, it just adds optimal hydration and gives you a very light and fresh smelling smell for all of your secretions. So I will drink this in the morning, and then I'll have like a tea. I'll have like a slew of drinks in the morning that I'll drink before I eat any food or introduce anything else into my diet. Also, I'm a type of person, I love a little latte. Like, I drink coffee. So it is important because coffee is very dehydrating. And then if you add any sugar and stuff like that to your coffee, then you want to make sure you have other things to balance it out. Since I am, more of the natural route type of person, I'm going to count on my berry drink and my okra water to, replenish and restore that hydration in my body so that my hair, my skin, my nails, everything is, firm, plump, juicy, maintains its elasticity, and you can do it, the natural way. And y'all see me all the time. I really don't have like acne prone skin or breakouts and stuff like that. If you see me with a breakout, stay out of my business, but it's probably like my time of the month, and I'm eating sugar because I have the cravings. But also the reason why I drink the fenugreek seeds is because this helps with that as well, and it helps as an appetite suppressant. I'm telling y'all, fenugreek really is that herb, so get it in your kitchen if you do not have it in your kitchen today. And for me, I just want to make this video to give you an introduction, to help you make it easy and simplistic and be done with it, because a lot of people are obsessed with telling y'all that y'all coochie stink, and then y'all watch all of these influencers promoting products to y'all, and do y'all know that y'all probably stank more after implementing their suggestions of all of these products and body washes and stuff that they're using? Because again, a lot of those products have endocrine disruptors, and endocrine, that system is a part of our hormones, which impacts our secretions. So do you see how it's like a full circle situation? When you just do the topical thing, you're kind of just making it worse. The same thing with like, pills and stuff. A lot of these vitamins, have you noticed that you take them and then it can be very hard on the lining of your gut, and then also too, it'll turn your pee different colors, and it might break you out, and they say you got to drink so much water. That's because in nature, vitamins, minerals, and all of those types of things, they come holistically packaged into the fruit or the vegetable that they are designed in, and then the body can easily more synthesize it. So then when you extract it to get a large or an extra dose of something, it's just not ideal for the body to digest it, and then you can create other issues while you're trying to solve another issue. That's why I just promote doing like simple, natural things. And I'm not like a hippie type of person to where I'm walking around not wearing deodorant, though I have tried natural deodorants, and they work at times, but then sometimes you need a little deodorant. I'm going to put on the deodorant. So I get it. I don't want y'all to think that that's my mindset, but we have to also just kind of think too that all of these products that we're putting on our bodies is not necessary, and it's really not needed in terms of masking or getting rid of odors and stuff like that. When it comes to like my fragrances, I have a vast fragrance collection, but my personal feminine care regimen and the items that I use is very succinct, and that is a good practice to have with your feminine care, your skin care, and your hair care. You know why? Because when something goes wrong, you're able to pinpoint it and say it has to be this or it has to be that. That's a whole nother video that I can get into, is like all of these like hair products, skin products, all of these different types of things causing issues. A lot of people be having stuff going on because they don't know what to point to and say what it was, because too many things are being used. So yes, that is also my case for using these natural drinks to give your coochie the best fragrance possible, and ditching the Hygiene Olympics that literally just keeps you in the hole and makes it feel like, oh, the next person's coochie smells better than yours, when really it's very simple. What goes in must go out, because this is a woman's empowerment space. That comes from your look, your fragrance. That's why I give y'all all the wonderful layering combinations and everything too. And then we all know what the power of the pee entails. So we're gonna have to give the pee the power that it deserves by giving it these drinks that will nourish it, and then it'll give back to us. Okay, so when you download the guide, I'm going to include my top 10 like feminine herbs that I feel are perfect for women's health that you should incorporate in your daily regimen. And then I'm also going to do a bonus of the skincare herbs that I recommend that will do wonders for your skin. And I just feel like one thing that I should mention that is not widely talked about is that if you are a Black woman and you have psoriasis, eczema, asthma, IBS, all these different types of things, so many things are attributed to eating and drinking dairy. That is really not for us, for real. So if you are the type of person that has any type of ailment and you feel like you've tried everything, hormonal acne, all that kind of stuff, and you have not cut out dairy yet, I urge you to cut out dairy and then replace it with some of these drinks and then see what happens, because a lot of lactose intolerance is not just having to do with digestional. It shows up in so many different ways. Y'all do y'all research on this, because a lot of people have ailments and illnesses, you know, sleep apneas and all that kind of stuff. It's from the dairy. Okay, so yeah, babes, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative and helpful. Please go to my website, theoctobersong.com. I will have the link in the description and I will post it in the comment section below, so you can click it and then you can just go ahead and input your email and it will send you the link to your download, something that you can refer to, keep forever, you know, share with your friends, because sharing is caring. So this is my gift to y'all. So I hope y'all enjoy, hope y'all found this information useful. Let me know down below if you like this topic of the best fragrances for your coochie. I know I do. So yes, if you have any of these herbs, if you've used any of these, if you've, you know, done okra water, or if you have a woman's health powerhouse of a beverage that you want to share with us down below, please let us know, because our health is most important and sharing is caring, and we all want to smell good from the inside out. And definitely come back and leave me a comment and let me know how this goes for y'all, because these tips will not disappoint. But thank you all so much for tuning into this video. Don't forget to give me a like, leave me a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more fun videos like this. And I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye.